Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to change your starter on a Hyundai Sonata. I believe this is from this model is from 2015 to 2017, but it's probably the same for 2018 too, so not sure on that, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So first you want to remove these clips right here. You're going to get a flathead screwdriver, take them up. Alright, remove the intake. So I'm gonna remove this. And the location of the starter is behind the intake, so you're gonna take out the intake. I'm gonna remove this right here, the cover, and please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Help me help you. Share some love. So you want to remove every wires that touching the intake. All right, everything that's touching the intake, you need to take that out. All these wires. So I remove all the wires, as you can see. These down here are gone. I remove everything, nothing not touching the intake. I remove this go here. Just squeeze this right here, unplug it. I remove the wires from here and from the this right here, the throttle body. Forgive me, my voice sound rough. I got a little cold. I'm getting through it now. Because we need to take out the intake to get to the starter. So I take out this clamp right here. Get a 10mm or a Phillips screw. And same thing right here too. Alright, so the next one we're going to take off is the intake. There's two, let me get a light. There's two holes on the throttle body, and there's 4 screws on the throttle body. But these 2 holes, they have coolant going through them, so I'm not going to take them off. I'm just going to take out the 4 screw out of the throttle body and let it hang on the hose, alright? It's the easier way to go around it. So I'm just taking out these 4 bolts that hold the throttle body up. And guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I have more videos of me working on cars, and probably will help you, and there will be more video in the future of me working on more cars. So that's gonna help you too as well. Alright, take care, man. All 4 screws are the same size, so doesn't matter. You mix them up. best to do it this way so you don't have antifreeze or coolant running all over the car, on the ground or whatever. So there you go. Just gotta let it hang like that. Alright, so the next step, what I'm gonna do is to take off these two hoses right here, vacuum hose, and take off these two some light down there, these two, take off these two plugs. You just hold them and pull up on it, give it a nice little tug, and it will come off, and leave that like that. Alright. Sorry about that. Get this up right here, and that's the purge valve. Now you want to get the purge valve off, then you have more space to go back. So now everything is off so far. That's good. So now it's time to take out the bolts that's holding that intake into place. Take off this whole screw. Alright, so I'm gonna take off, these are gonna be 12 millimeter. Take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screw, and you have 2 screw down here at the bottom. You're gonna feel for it, and then after that, I'm gonna take out the intake and I'm gonna show it to you. So I got all the top loose already. Still tight, but I gotta take out these two at the bottom. Don't worry, I'm gonna show it to you when I got them. intake come off. So basically this bracket, you have 2 screws that you got to take out so before you can lift the intake out to get to the starter, which we're trying to get to for the longest. Alright, before you touch anything on the starter, you want to double check to make sure your battery terminal is off. As you can see, my negative terminal is off, so that should be in the first step of the video. But I realized that when I was doing the video, I thought it was recording, but it didn't record when I take the battery terminal off. So I gotta take the battery terminal off. Alright, so now you want to squeeze right here, unplug this right here, and you want to take out this right here, and then you're gonna have 2 14mm bolt, one right there, another one is right there. Alright, and they're gonna be 14mm bolt. Take them off and the starter will come right out. It's gonna be 12mm.
Hi, how are you?
What's up, bro? You want to get on the other side of the starter and get that 14mm. So I'm gonna take out the screws. Yeah. Let it up. Alright, and they're both the same size, so be alright, alright? So we have a new starter from Hyundai. The parts number is right here. You can see right here. And let's install it. Take it out the plastic. First thing first. Make sure you keep your screw from your old starter because the new one doesn't come with a screw. Get your 14mm and starter going like this, alright? So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up that 14 millimeter. Alright, so time to put on the starter wire. Once again, double check your battery terminal, make sure it's not touching. Alright, and it's not on. Go ahead, then. That, my friend, gonna be 12 millimeter right there, so let's tighten that up. Not a lot of pressure on that because you don't want to break it, so just put light pressure. Alright? You want to put back the rubber, make sure nothing don't touch it and grounds out. Make sure this clip all the way in. Now it's time for me to double check the starter because you can't do nothing with the starter once the intake is on. So before I put on the intake, I want to double check, make sure all the screws are tight. The 14 millimeters up over here is tight, and also your 12 millimeter is good, and your plug is secured. All right, and tight. Now it's time to put on the intake. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So if you look on here, you might see these little round things. Just take them off, put it back to where you get it from, like that. You want to make sure you keep one screw at this end, alright, because this screw is hard to put on, so you want to keep that screw in there and going back down. Alright, set it in there so it sits down and no bugs. Alright, alright, so since it's all flush, put the screw back on and nuts. And this one I'm gonna use a bird beak because it's like a difficult spot. Alright. So I lined the hole up with the bird beak and push it in with the socket. So I'm gonna tighten that up, come back to you. Alright, so now everything is all tight. I haven't catch the screw down here yet, but I'm gonna catch that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on the hoses now. Alright. So put on the hoses first. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna do that first and clamp them. So hoses on.
Ahí a máximo poder. Máximo poder, digo. Pero espérate, ¿te mudaste de nuevo?
Alright, so time to put the clip on. Alright, there you go. I'm gonna catch the screw down there and I'll get back. Alright, time to put on the intake, the throttle body. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them up. Alright, so it's time to put back the wires. Bring over all your wires. Put that in. Lock it right there. Lock that right there. Lock that right there. Lock that right there. Make sure you put these back. So when you put these back right here, and put these back. And you want to plug them in and connect back this down here. Alright, so double check your work, make sure everything is in, everything plugged in, throttle body plugged in, everything plugged in. Alright, now when you do it this way, without taking out the hose, you don't have to add no coolant to it. Alright, so now it's time to put on this part of the throttle body. Frame gonna be 10mm. Alright, that's nice and tight. Put this on. Tight also. Now it's time to put your negative terminal on. 10mm. Alright, so now it's time to go crank the car up. Alright, so turn the ignition on, wait a few seconds. Alright, then you can go crank the car. The car cranked up. try the starter a few more times because the problem it was giving, it wasn't giving me anything. It wasn't doing nada. Nothing I do, I wasn't getting no click or anything from the starter. I checked all the wiring and it's good. And so yeah, I check all the wiring. You have power going to the wire and all that. So I figure it was a starter. Thank you guys for your love and support. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thank you guys for all the subscription. Thanks to my loyal subscribers. See you next time. Peace out.